Welcome to another daily dose of good. In this video, we are going to be taking a look at the recent findings of a 2019 BBC Panorama documentary and how it has lifted the lid on the toxic dangers of farmed salmon. A May 2019 BBC documentary called Panorama has exposed the Norwegian and Scottish farmed salmon industry as producing one of the most toxic foods in the world. A former employee and whistleblower has lifted the lid on the wanton use of chemicals and pesticides used in farmed salmon. The BBC can reveal how the Norwegian fish farm company Mowi, formerly known as Marine Harvest, is among those being investigated by Scottish regulators. The findings: farmed salmon are treated with medications to ward off diseases and infestations, such as sea lice. Chemicals such as hydrogen peroxide used to wash the fish and emamectin benzoate, which is put in the salmon's feed, are used across the industry to tackle problems such as sea lice, which has become a major issue for producers. There are concerns that the large amounts of pesticides as well as feces and food waste is coming from the thousands of salmon in the fish farms. Every year, about 9.5 million fish die in the salmon farms, about 20% of the total, the BBC reported. Disease, parasites, and even chemicals designed to treat them can all prove fatal. And it doesn't end there. Salmon are eaten alive by sea lice in underwater factory farming cages. Fish factory farms are disturbing places. The animals are crammed into pens at much higher densities than are found in the wild. Swimming endlessly in confinement, the animals are prone to diseases and parasites. Recent undercover investigations into salmon farming have uncovered a series of horrific welfare abuses. Farmed salmon can be toxic. Some toxic chemicals, such as cancer-causing polychlorinated biphenyls, or PCBs, bioaccumulate up the food chain in carnivorous marine life. This means that although very dilute in seawater, they accumulate in the fatty tissues of marine animals, and the levels of pollution in top predators can become dangerously high. Tragically, scientists reported that one of the UK's last killer whales was discovered in Scotland after becoming entangled in fishing lines and was contaminated with shocking levels of the toxic chemical. Globally, a new study warns that all the world's orcas are in trouble from a range of toxic chemicals released by industrial corporations. A report from the Environmental Working Group, EWG, found that most farmed salmon tested in the U.S. contained PCBs at levels that raise health concerns. Just like with orcas, the PCBs are bioaccumulating in the fish killed to be ground up into fish meal and then are found in the salmon. There may also be health risks associated with the pesticides used to kill sea lice and the dye added to farmed salmon to give it a pink color. Another recent report from the Environmental Working Group, EWG, found that 7 out of 10 farmed salmon purchased from the grocery stores in San Francisco, Washington, D.C., and Portland were contaminated with cancer-causing polychlorinated biphenyls, PCBs, at levels that raise health concerns. Additionally, farmed salmon has been found to contain toxic chemicals methylmercury and dioxins, and farms have been accused of polluting the oceans, fostering diseases and spreading sea lice. In the BBC Panorama report, a top toxicologist conducted a number of tests on the farmed salmon and concluded that the salmon was one of the most toxic foods in the world. You can see the BBC 2019 Panorama documentary for yourself. We have put the link in the info section below. Be prepared to be shocked though. Bottom line, simple. In this case, buy only wild salmon. We hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to subscribe to our channel, as we will be uploading lots of helpful videos helping you to stay healthy.